Hi everyone and welcome back. Today let's have a look at the new version of the Lian Strimer Plus. This is the 24-pin motherboard extension addressable RGB cable. For those of you guys who are not familiar, the Lian Strimer Plus is an ATX 24-pin extender with an addressable RGB stripe on it. So you have to connect this to the actual ATX 20-pin cable coming out from the power supply and then to your motherboard. Now, this is an upgrade from the version 1. The height of the silicon where the LEDs are installed is reduced and a little bit more flexible, so the installation should not be a pain. While the length and the depth remain the same at 247mm and 56mm. This is not the only addressable RGB cable that is updated from Lian, but also the 8-pin cables for the GPU are updated too. Inside the box we can find the Strimer Plus itself, 2 weight buckles in case you want to match the color of your case or your build, the L-Connect controller with all the cables, we will get there in a minute, and the manual that you can use for easy installation. I have to say that it feels really flexible, so you shouldn't have any issue installing it at the majority of the builds. The installation is easy. You have to connect this side to the cable coming out from your power supply and the other side into your motherboard. If you need to change the direction of the LEDs, you can do it by simply unlocking the buckle here and changing the direction. There is also this little piece of plastic here in case you want to have all the cable direction or cable management. Once you are done, then connect this cable here into the L-Connect controller. Speaking about the L-controller, inside the box with the controller there is also the USB cable from micro USB to USB 2.0 header to connect to your motherboard, the addressable RGB cable and the magnetic adhesive pad. The installation of the controller is easy and straightforward. You have to connect the USB 2.0 header to your motherboard. In my case, I'm using a USB 2.0 hub because I finished my USB headers. Then, the addressable RGB cable to one of your addressable RGB connectors into your motherboard. And connect the SATA power cable to one of your 3 SATA power ports. Now, we have 3 different ports here where to connect the Strimer cable depending on which cable we are using. Here on the left we can connect the RGB cable coming from the triple 8 pins and on the right the one coming out from the double 8 pins. Remember to switch this little button depending on which cable you connect. The left side is for the triple 8 pin cable and the other side for the double 8 pin. On this side of the controller we can connect the RGB cable coming out from the 24 pin. Then finally, here we have to connect the micro USB cable and this little space here is for the port for the addressable RGB cable. To control and set up the lightning effects of the Strimer Plus, you have to download and install the Lian L-Connect 3 software. Okay guys, here we got the L-Connect 3 software, so as you can see it's recognizing already the Strimer Plus 24 pin. Here we can choose all the effects, you can decide to choose one of the presets here. There are really a lot of them. Personally I like the bullet stack, seems nice. Here you can decide the effects to which group of those you want to apply it. So as you can see, for example, it's applying it to only one group of the LEDs and the other one is applying another set of effects. So I prefer to leave it at all of them. Here you can decide the speed of the effect, for example, let's say 24% of the color of the bullet stack. So let's check, for example. So as you can see, it's going slowly. Let me increase the speed and it's going to be more fast. Here you can decide also brightness. So it starts from 0, so basically turn it off, and then goes up 24% each of these sliders. We'll leave it 100% here. And for each change you have to do, you have to click on apply, of course, for applying. Now, this is the software that is controlling the Strimer Plus. So if you want to use this software, you can use this perfect. It has a ton of effects and really nice effects. Now, if you want to let your motherboard control the effects here, because you have connected the addressable RGB cable into the header of your motherboard, you can go here to Quick Sync Lightning, then turn on this one. Now, as we can see, we cannot change anymore here nothing regarding the lighting because the motherboard itself is controlling all the lighting. So if you have a Asus motherboard, you can use the Aura Sync. If you have an MSI motherboard, you can use the Mystic Link. And if you have the Gigabyte, you can use the Fusion RGB software. Now, if you have IQ and other IQ compatible devices and want to sync also the Lian Streamer with those devices, you have to connect the addressable RGB cable into this adapter, and then this adapter to the RGB port of the Commander Pro or Commander Core XT or Lightning Node Pro, because all of these devices share the same RGB port that we are going to use in this case for the Lian Streamer Plus. Now guys, opening up IQ, I've connected the 3-pin cable in the Commander Core in the 3-pin port. Moving to lighting setup, I have chosen an external RGB light strip in this case, and the length of the strip 1 meter, because I want to be sure that all the LEDs in the Lian streamer are turned on, because there are 120 LEDs if I'm not wrong, so I want to be sure that all of them are on. Then okay. Then moving to the lighting effects, you can choose whatever you want here. As you can see, the rainbow, sequential, whatever else. And you can customize it, of course, if you want, with custom color. Let me move to red or blue or whatever. So another thing you can do is the lighting link. So if you choose the lighting link, you can link all the lights of all the Corsair fans that you have or other strips that you have. So I will remove this here and I will leave the lighting link. A couple of things to remember because that are important. The motherboard lightning sync should be on the L-Connect software, and the software itself, whenever you restart the computer, should be open it and then you can close it. It's not an issue because the service that allows the MB lightning sync to be on will run in background, so that's important to keep in mind. That's all for the review of the new version of the Lian Streamer Plus. Their addressable RGB extensions looks really good and can give your build a touch of light and color. The renewed version here is more flexible and bright. It is easy to install, and the controller that comes with the 24-pin extension is useful if you want to install the 8-pin cables in the future. The setup and the configuration with the L-Connect software are intuitive and allow tons of customizations. I have managed to make it work also with other software in case you might be interested too. For the price of $70, this can be a nice add-on to the aesthetic of your build and give a nice touch to cable management in general. If you enjoy watching this video, I would so much appreciate if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.